Hello and welcome to my little channel. This is Jan. I'm super grateful to have you here and I hope you really enjoy this video. So today I'm going to show you guys how I created this design on my nails. It's a little bit more detailed than I've done it in the past. I kind of wanted to build up to it because I was such a camera noob, so I'm hoping that this all translates as a video. So I don't know if you guys know this, but today, Monday, is the day that season 7 of Game of Thrones gets released in the UK, and I'm so excited. I'm so ready. I'm such a fan of the show. I've just loved it for so many years. So of course I had to make some Game of Thrones nails. If you'd like to see how I created this look, then yeah, don't press any buttons. So as a base, I've pre-painted and pre-top coated my left and right hand and dried them because I need to start with a very dry and smooth surface. For this I just used the Barry Jelly collection in cotton and black forest. Now luckily I'm ambidextrous, which means that I can use both hands effectively, but my right hand is the strongest, so she'll be doing most of the detail. So from here, I've drawn onto the nail with just a pencil, literally just a pencil, just any pencil that you have, to get the basics down, such as Daenerys's face and her dragon, and that sets me up to get cracking with the paint. I'm not sure if you can see this very well, but I literally just very faintly sketched onto the nail like what I'm planning on doing, because going in blind with paint, it's probably not going to work. Now, I'm not sure how to verbally explain to you guys how to paint this. All I can do is show you. So here's a painting montage. So to do this, I'm literally using some standard acrylic paints in primary colours. It takes a little longer to blend the right skin tones and hair together, but it's just a case of like finding that right balance. Daenerys' hair on the skin, for example, is a mixture of red, yellow, brown and white with like a tad little bit of orange. These paints in particular, I'll link them down below, are Daylight and Rowney System 3 original acrylic paint set. I think I got these 75mm tubes, but you could get away with much smaller tubes because you really don't need very much at all. I mean, like, look how small the canvas is. What's important is that you just blend the colours together. So similarly with makeup, her underneath the cheekbones and jawline, it'll be a little bit darker. So it's literally just a case of adding like a tiny bit more brown into like the palest skin tone that you've made, and then blending it through. And then putting the base colours down for the details, which you need to let dry before you work into again. The paintbrushes that I'm actually using are also Daylight and Rowney, but a couple of them are Winsor and Newton. I'm not sure which collection they belong to though, because I've had them for so long. I usually use my brushes for watercolours, so luckily they're still quite intact. I've just gone around Daenerys' face with some black because that's what the main colour of the background will be. It also is like a really neat little trick to defining the facial features, because painting a face from the side can be quite difficult, so if you can go around the outline with some black, then that's really helpful. So yeah, I've just done that. So this stage is basically just putting down the base colours. I know that Daenerys' dragon is mainly kind of like a greyish and black red with some hints of purple through it, but looking at reference images online, it was quite difficult to narrow down a colour, especially one that would go against black, so I've gone for like the red purple tint mauvey kind of dragon colours. So yeah, that's just the base coats. And then we can go in with more detail, but I think first I'm just going to do the black background. I was thinking too if I could just ask you guys to do me a favour. It's something that I've been wondering about for my videos. I know this is only my third one, but I was wondering what your guys' opinion is on background music. I've been thinking about it for a while. I kind of wanted my videos to be a little bit more organic, but on more detailed videos like this, when there's like quite a few pauses, I don't want you guys thinking that like the sound has cut off or like something's wrong with the audio and then like having to refresh it and getting frustrated. So yeah, if you could let me know in the comments if you'd rather have music, because yeah, I'm really torn. So this is just going in with some scales detail. It helps to have a mixture of like the same colour, but just add a little bit of white to one section and then add a little bit of black to the other, so you've got like a darker and a lighter tone of the base colour. I've just top coated the first layers of paint now, so I can work back over it in a more smoother base, because once you do start painting in with acrylic paints, it does tend to get very textured. So once you feel like you've got the base colours down, just go over it with a top coat, let that dry, and then work back into it with some more details. Like here, I've just mixed a little bit more of I think it was just a canary yellow in with Daenerys' original hair colour, just to give it some tones. And now I'm going in with a white nail art pen brush polish, just to give it some hair definition. And the same with the eye of the dragon. I usually just use black to outline dark facial features. And for the thumbnail, because it's not going to be part of the across the nail piece, I'm going to do Arya Stark's little sword. I think it's one of my favourite bits in like any of the series, where her mentor asks her like what we say to death, and he says, "Not today." I find it helps if you're lucky enough to have chosen a 5-letter word, but you're struggling to centre it in the middle of the nail, put the middle letter first, smack in the middle of the nail, and then work outwards. That definitely helps. I'm just going to add some stars, because it felt a little bit blank. And now I'm going in with some accessories. I just got these tiny little gold beads. Actually, one of my clients gave me these, but I have tracked down a little Amazon link, which I will put down below in the description, as to where you can get these from. You can literally stick these down with some top coat. I very rarely use glue while I'm at home. Just put some embellishments on Daenerys's little shoulder. And then just pop some top coat on the rest so nobody gets left out. Okay, so for my right hand painted with my left hand, it's not going to be as detailed because, as I said before, I am ambidextrous, but I'm stronger with my right hand. I usually paint with my right hand, so I'm just going to go in with some more white acrylic paint. As you can see, I have to hold my hand in a certain way. I can't put it flat like how I can when I'm painting with my right hand, so hopefully you guys can see what's going on, but I'm basically painting the Stark wolf. Okay, and then I don't actually have any makeup sponges at hand, so I've just cut off a little bit of an old beauty blender. It's just nice and squishy. You just need a little sponge for this part, so you can use the end of a beauty blender or a makeup sponge or even a washing up sponge if you like, because this is supposed to look quite messy. What I'm basically doing here is I've mixed some fairly bright acrylic blue together, and I'm just dabbing that on the nail really roughly and really quick. And then I'm going back in with a darker shade of blue. Again, just being really rough. You kind of want it to look a little bit messy. And then going back in with a slightly brighter but still dull blue. Then I'm going to go in with this little fan brush. It reminds me of a really small highlighting brush. Makeup and nails isn't the same thing, but sometimes it is. So going in with white, I've literally just skimmed the edges of this brush into some white acrylic paint, and I'm just kind of slashing it across. So literally just like slashing that across your nail just to get some texture. And I'm going to go back in and do some more stars so that it matches the other hand, just a little bit. It really helps to make the black pop too. Okay, and now I'm just going to go in with a little snowflake on the index finger just so everybody knows that it's cold. I'd say overall this look took me about 3 hours, but I tend to get up and dawdle. I dawdle a lot, and then there's a lot of brush cleaning in between as well because it's a little bit difficult to film and wash your brushes at the same time. So the amount of video footage that I actually got, and most of it was me just like squishing my brush into some water and then squeezing it out on a wet wipe. Okay, and next I'm going to add some of the same little beads onto the fourth finger of this hand. I'm going in with gold again. I want to keep the like white, gold and blue kind of like theme going through this design. Again, I'm just using top coat to stick these down. As long as you put top coat to stick them down and then press them in while it's still a little bit wet, then you should be fine. I tend to top coat maybe twice afterwards. So this is going in with the second top coat. And I'm actually going to use this. I got this from the Body Shop a little while ago. It's that Almond Cuticle oil, and it's just so nourishing to your nail. And with such a design like this, I always find that the amount of acetone that I use to clean around them, it always makes them feel really dry. So it's good to just give your nail this little bit of TLC. And there we have the finished look. I hope you guys were able to follow this. I hope you enjoyed it. I really did. It was a lot of hard work. There might have been 3 hours where I painted Daenerys' face wrong, but we don't have to talk about that. So yeah, if you did like this, like, subscribe, comment, press the little bell thing that tells you when I'm doing stuff. And yeah, I really hope you liked it. So I will see you next time. Bye!